Hey YouTube, it's Missing No here for another review. This time, the Star Wars Power of the Force, Luke and Tauntaun. So obviously this is based off of the Empire Strikes Back Star Wars movie. You can see, it comes with the Luke Skywalker figure and the Tauntaun. So, really nice. First of all, I'm going to take a quick look at the packaging. So, here it is. You can see a nice big box. This is where Luke would be. It says what it is. And if you're wondering why, there's a price tag in here which says the comic book shop where I bought it from, and says the city it's in, which is, I'm not going to show you guys that, so yeah. Picture on the side, some stuff on the back. I don't know if it's going to show very well. Come on, focus. Well, it just says a little bit about the Tauntaun. Shows it. Little checklist of other figures in the line. Collect all these Star Wars action figures. So you can see some other creatures or different characters available. So, pretty cool. Bottom of the box, just some pictures. See, it talks about the an action feature, which I'll show on the figure in just a minute. So that's pretty much all there is to say about the box. So, moving on to the figure. So I'll start by taking a look in detail at the Tauntaun. So, this is Luke's, Han Solo also rode a Tauntaun, but, I don't know if they actually have a different one, available, but I think there are some minor differences in the actual movie. So, he does have the, broken horn, like he did in the movie. Looks pretty accurate. So, it's got a lot of nice detail, and it even has kind of a bit of an effect to it, like kind of snowy almost. But the fur is really well done. The kind of hands and feet, claws everything's just really nicely detailed, good molding and everything. And it looks pretty much just like how it did in the movie, so, not a ton to say about it. As far as poseability, the head can turn left and right, and this is just kind of soft. It's not like totally rubber, but it does move some and get out of the way if you need it to. Turns either way, so you can have him in a, I don't know, looking side to side. His arms will move up and down, so you can kind of get it, I don't know, with both the arms up or down. So that's pretty much it. Not a super poseable figure or creature, but still it looks really nice, and the legs do move, but it's part of an action feature, so you can't really get a lot of pose. There's not, well, it doesn't really allow for many poses. If you just have him standing there, this is pretty much the only position you can have him in. But what you can do is you can press down on this button, and you'll probably see the legs are moving back and forth. So it's like he's running along. It looks pretty good if you get it going. So, it does cost a little poseability in the legs, but honestly, even with the original Tauntaun, you couldn't really get that many poses out of it. So, and it is pretty stable. It's not like it's falling down, even though it has an action stand. Oh, I guess it just fell down. But if I can shake the table and it doesn't fall over or anything, so that's pretty good. Now the tail doesn't move at all, but still it's a really nice mold, and it's definitely a really nice detailed figure. So I suppose I'll move on to Luke. So looking at him in more detail, pretty nice, good sculpt. The sculpting on the set is quite nice. They're nice figures. See some little badges there. See the goggles. The face sculpt is pretty darn good. So it's not a perfect. It's not perfect, but pretty good. So see different, I guess, comm link on his wrist. He does have a holster. And he has a blaster, but the holster is just for show. It's just a detail on the figure. It's not. It doesn't actually hold the pistol, which is pretty well done. I think this is the same as a lot of the other Power of the Force figures, like Han Solo and Luke would come with this blaster. I don't know if it's really any different from those. So the hands, he is able to hold it, but I think the hands are a little molded for, or they're somewhat molded for holding the for riding the Tauntaun, but he can still hold his gun fine. So if you want to have him holding the gun, you can. So to get him to ride it, oh, I almost forgot Poseability on this guy. So his head can turn left and right, arms up and down, swivel at the waist, forward and backward at the hips, and it is kind of an outward movement so that he can get in a kind of riding position. So he also has a bend at the knee, and that's excuse me, not all power, or not really many at all of the Power of the Force figures had this, but any ones that came with vehicles or things like that, they usually had them so that they could sit in a normal position instead of just having the legs straight out. So to get them on there, it's pretty simple. You just want to kind of get him in a sitting position and just stick him on there. Unfortunately, because most of the other Power of the Force figures didn't have posable knees, it does mean that not all of them will be able to ride Tauntaun very convincingly. It might look a little funny, but you could probably get another one on there depending on the molding and how it, the posability of that figure. So he looks good on there. I also think I would have to check, but if you have any like newer vintage collection or Black Series figures, would probably be able to ride this too, as long as they had enough posability to get on there. So definitely a nice 2-pack. There isn't anywhere to have the pistol in this mode, but you can kind of stick it in behind him if you want, or just have it in front if you'd like it to be stored when he's riding. So for comparison, here he is next to another 3 3/4 inch scale figure. So it's a pretty nice size. I think this is about right to the scale from the movie. Here he is next to, or here they are, next to a 6-inch figure. The Boba Fett Black Series figure, for anyone who isn't familiar with it. So, obviously not in scale with 6-inch, but it's not supposed to be, so not like that's a problem. So, yeah, I definitely recommend this if you don't have a Tauntaun, or if you'd like to, if you're in the market for one, I definitely recommend it. I got it for, $15 sealed, which is a pretty darn good deal. I haven't actually looked into how much these go for on eBay, but they're not too expensive at all, so I definitely recommend picking one up. Great display piece, good for pretty much anything, so I'd recommend it. So, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.